Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Member Chats here on the Social Life. I almost said antisocial guy. That's not this week. That's next week. And today I am very, very excited because I get to welcome Eve Voyevoda, who is one of my coaches. She's done a phenomenal job actually helping me figure out how to do video, which is awesome because, I think it's awesome. Hopefully you guys think it's awesome as well because you get to see me at least a few times a week. And it was really, really awkward and terrible before, like really terrible. So I'm really excited to have her here and have her talk a little bit about what she does and social media and all that fun. So I'm going to bring Eve right on out now. Let's add her in. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Very, very great, good, fantastic. I didn't sleep well, so it will be the craziest interview in your group or on your channel.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. And guys, if you are watching live, just write #live. Let us know where you're joining from. And also, if you have any questions at any point for Eve on visibility, on video, on fears, on anything social media, just drop them there and we'll answer those questions for you. And so what time is it there first of all? It's like
it's 11:15 p.m. So yeah.
It's a little late. Thank you for doing this live. Appreciate it. So why don't you give everybody kind of an introduction about who you are, what you do, and why you're here.
So why am I here? You invited me. That's
okay. There we go.
I answered that question. Yeah, done. Yep. Now, what I'm doing, actually, I help purpose-driven entrepreneurs, experts who have something to say, have the cause, and they really, really want to help as many people as it possible. They want to find themselves, they want to claim it with branding, and they want to show up fearlessly because they really feel that this cause is something important for them. It's inside their heart. And I help such people, I found such people, and I help them to actually show up, to build their brand, and more importantly, to figure out who they are, to become confidently themselves. I've been in branding over 20 years, and I know how to do the things with huge corporates, 500 Fortune companies, and all this kind of shebang. And I also love to work with small businesses and entrepreneurs because I believe that they can make change in the world much, much faster than corporates because corporates are quite slow. So that's what I'm doing. I'm helping people to overcome their fears as well. And I have an amazing program, which is called Visibility Gym, where people working on their visibility muscles. And I think we will talk a little bit about visibility muscles, visibility fears, and how to get more confident with your visibility online. So let's chat about that.
Absolutely. We're going to chat a little bit about that. But first, I want to know, were you always comfortable doing video?
Not at all. Yeah, I was born with camera. Yeah, no, not like that. Well, in fact, my father, I think, introduced me to camera when I was 5 years old. So it's not that far from truth. But I was the girl behind the camera, and I love photography. I was always enjoying visual storytelling. I have 12 years of art education, so it's like academic art education, boring stuff. So I love the things, but I've been behind the camera. And when in 2010, 28, I started my first blog about advertising and branding, my teachers were actually speaking on camera. They had amazing videos on YouTube. It was all new by that time. And I was like, I wish, I dream, I really, really want to have this in my life, in my blog, because I felt that, English is my third language. So speaking is easier than to write sometimes. And when we speak, we build more trust, specifically on video, because we are courageous, we fail all the time, we're a little bit crazy, and that builds this natural trust. When we write, we become a little bit stiff, and with all the editing, we lose that vibrant energy which we have on video. So I thought the video will be amazing. And instead of doing videos, I was so self-sabotaging myself that for 4 years, I was buying different type of equipment. I purchased 3 microphones, different cameras, many types of lights. And by the time I already knew how to brand TV companies, TV channels, and that means I created all the sets for TV and all the design part. And I did work in the industry for quite long. So I also was a director of the photo studio. So I had all equipment. But still, I told myself, no, one more piece of equipment and then. And this kind of thing was like so long until I took my first visibility challenge. And that was, I think, somewhere around 2011-ish, 12-ish. So 4 years after this, 2008. And that helped me to overcome that fear. I didn't even know that I'm afraid to talk on camera. My first video, which I took on public speaking course, was disastrous. It took 148 takes.
It's
So
like mine.
yeah, amazing, right? And you saw that video. It's not bad. I mean, after 150 videos, it's not bad. So it's like, okay. But I was exhausted. Part of that video was slideshow. I couldn't show more than, hi, I'm Eve. How are you doing? And all this kind of grimace things. I didn't know anything about body language, how we communicate with body way more than with words. And it took me a long years to understand how we communicate emotionally on video, how we communicate through our body, how to overcome the fear of camera. Literally, that was my own experience. Then I combined that with my knowledge about branding, TV channels, and all the kind of things, and created my own challenge. So, but that was like a long journey. It doesn't not overnight success at all, because I think my first videos, which I start loving, appeared approximately 4-5 years back. So it's not that long ago.
Right. So if I want to start doing video and I know nothing about it, what do I need? What equipment do I need and what do I need to do?
Mm-hmm. So first of all, equipment doesn't matter when you're starting.
But I need something to make me look good and sound good and be like, you know.
Totally. But that's not important. Oh. The most important part is to learn how to build the emotional connection with people, because if you have the best equipment and if you have everything like super great, but you don't know how to connect with people on camera, it will be useless and you will lose the interest pretty fast. That's an interesting balance between this motivation, because video is not an easy job at the beginning. You didn't build your habit. You have a lot of fear, the fear of rejection, the fear I'm not enough, the imposter syndrome. All the things will stop you at the beginning on some way or another. Each person is different. But there are typical fears which are common for all of us. And especially right now, I'm talking to you. It's easy for many people. It's easy to actually do interview because we have person in front of us. But when we talk to a piece of plastic and people like they hands shaking, they can't press that go live button. Oh my God, what that phone will do to me. You know, it will reject me. It will say something bad to me. No, it will never happen. But our body, actually, the fear of rejection is a very strong thing. Our body protect us from that failure, and that's why there are a lot of things which will cause self-sabotage and other things. So that thing has to be overcome first. Once you feel comfortable, and it will not take long time. In my program, we take 10 days. Usually, if you will do it on your own, I recommend take 21 days to start, because when we change our neural process, when we rewrite our mind, 21 days, it's to build the first step in a habit. Another 21 days to actually claim this habit. And then another 21 days to build a little bit of mastery so that you will not deny yourself videos in the future. So I would recommend you at least 63 days challenge for yourself. You can do it on your page or something like that, maybe on your profile, whatever you're comfortable, but do one video every day. It can be 3 minutes video. It doesn't need to be long.
Yeah.
And then once you build this connection, when you feel comfortable, when you build this emotional things, you can speak normally, then you can talk about the equipment. And in your equipment, the first and most important thing is your microphone. And if you really want to start and you don't want to invest much, this is your best camera. So literally, if the phone has the best camera, it will be much better than the web camera. Right now, I'm using my DSLR. I'm using professional light. There is a softbox in front of me. There is another light right there. But it's like it's your future. So don't buy all the equipment at the same time. Just build it eventually, like step by step. For the beginning, just take your phone and you can actually use headset, or you can use a little microphone. I don't know if my microphone is here. It's not, so I'll not show you. Sorry.
There's the little lapel mics, yeah.
Yeah, basically lapel microphone. I use lapel microphone from the Chinese brand called Voyevoda, which is a replica of the famous brand called Rode. So Rode microphone is a very, very good microphone, very good brand for audio. And definitely I can recommend it to you, but it's expensive. So if you want to get the similar quality but cheaper, buy lapel microphone by the brand called Voyevoda. So it's pretty good, cost about $20 or so, and the microphone will do the job for you for a year or two. And then you can invest in more. In terms of lighting, I never recommend to buy ring light, because ring light is a dead light. It flattens everything. It doesn't tell your story. It creates terrible kind of rounds in your specs or in your eyes. And it's not a good thing. The ring light is a supporting light in the set. So if you want to use ring light, you can do that, but it's not supposed to be your main light. What I would recommend instead, you can either use LED lamps, LED video lamps with the umbrella, which is the cheapest option, with the softbox, which is a little bit more expensive than umbrellas. Umbrellas are more useful because you can change them, and if you buy the softbox, they can be broken pretty quickly from experience. So I would recommend umbrellas. The quality of light will be approximately the same. LED bulbs you can change as many times as you want. I use 36 watts lamp, and the softbox you can use umbrella. One lamp like this, I think, will cost you approximately $35 to $50 or something. It will absolutely solve your problems for the artificial light. But the most important thing, that you don't even need to invest in light, you just need to manage your time, because if you want to have the best light, is actually the light from your window, because the northern window, which doesn't have sun all the time, has the best light. And if you need to diffuse it, you can put the white cloth over it and it will give you perfect softbox effect. So you will have amazing light. And the bigger light source you have, the softer light you will have. That's why a big window is actually a better version than any artificial light which you can have in your home.
Yep. And lighting is key, but not as much as sound. Not as much as, actually being there and doing the video. And I can talk from experience, because I took her first visibility gym, is it even 2 years ago now? It's not.
No.
It's, a year and a half. And I've taken several since then. But I did that. And then I started to go and do live videos in my group. This group was 24 people, 35 people, something like that. When I started doing video, we're up to 400 today. Welcome, member 400. But it's grown. I've gotten to do a lot more. I do a lot more video now than I ever thought I would do. And we get to, reach more people, which is awesome. So let's talk a little bit about social media, and then I'm going to let you go back to the visibility gym so you can talk about that at the end. But what are you loving about social media right now? That's a trick question for you, I think. But what are you loving about social media right now? What are you hating, maybe? And
we had this discussion before, that's why we're laughing.
Yeah.
I think it's a good topic to talk about, because there are several or many things on social media which are, I think, absolutely fake, and there are things on social media which are genuine. And the more we are on this journey of social media, I would say, because it's not very old thing, right? So I think, when Facebook started, tell me.
Oh goodness.
That's a tricky question to you.
That's a tricky question for me, but it's not I don't want to admit
No.
what age I was when
I
Facebook.
joined Facebook in 2009, and it was relatively new by the time. Everybody were like, yeah, that is fake. That will not last long, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it was like 3 years old by that time.
It was
So I
5
think
years old.
2005 or something.
February
Maybe
2004. February 2004.
5. Yeah, right. So, I didn't want to join. I was refusing joining that, and many people did as well. And so it didn't become the thing instantly. So many people were like, no, that's for fun. That's not for business. So it was not a thing in 2008 for sure.
Yeah.
And in 2009, people start joining. Many of my friends joined and stuff like that. So what I can say, by that time, at the beginning, there was a lot of genuine conversation, a lot. And the algorithm was kind enough to allow us to meet each other without any money.
Yeah.
And it was amazing, because I remember I was opening the page and like instantly you would have 500 people who want to chat with you. You can share information, they would share with you. And it was really the sense of community. And I loved social media by that time. So I think we have zero of that by now. So friendly, that's what I don't like. So literally we will balance like, dislike. We have zero of that, because social media right now more about money. And like, if you want to have attention, genuine attention, you have to pay for that. And it's still questionable if you will have the right eyes on that post. Again, if I have to pay for that, would I attract people to my posts, which are what is it called? Remind me the word. When we collecting different.
Organic and paid.
It's not organic. It's like when we're collecting posts from different pages and
you got it. I'm not going to come up with it now because it's
it's like recurring, but it's not recurring. It's a different kind of word. I forgot it. Anyways, English is not my first language. I'm allowed.
It's not mine either. No.
Don't tell anyone. So, anyways, the point is, like, we have content which we create, and we have content which we collect from other places.
Curated,
yeah. Exactly. So when we have curated content, before, it was normal to share a lot of posts from other similar people, like collaborate. It was amazing at the beginning. Now, would I pay to attract people to other people's content? No. I won't do it, right? So it instantly removed a big part of amazing community conversations. Just remove it, just like that, just because Facebook is greedy. So that's part I don't like, for sure.
And that's happening on Clubhouse now. That is happening on Clubhouse now, but we don't have to pay for anything, so we can recommend other people and start conversations there. Yeah, it's the beginning of social media, I guess.
Exactly. That's why anytime the new social media started, that's what Gary Vee said and other people say, experts say, they like jump on that wagon, because at the beginning, majority of social media act in exact same way. So they're like more open. They don't fight for advertising and stuff. Like, this is allowing you to do things. So I'm not on Clubhouse because I'm an Android user. So again, I have personal dislike for Clubhouse because I feel like many Android users excluded from this wagon. And by the time we will be allowed on Clubhouse, it will get that kind of face of Facebook with the advertising stage, which personally, it will make zero sense to me to join by that time. So that's why I don't like Clubhouse. They like take the possibility from me, the opportunity of that, just like they show it, but they didn't give it. And it's really offensive for many people.
I know.
So they're manipulative, and I will not say that word. Put any word. So what I'm thinking about that. Anyways.
Not a fan. She's not a fan.
Yeah, it's not a good word, which I think about that. I just hint. So some few bad words. So anyways, these are examples. My camera is jumping, so I hope it will have enough battery for our interview. Anyways, otherwise you will see my webcam. So this is the thing. When we talk about social media, I think whatever genuine about social media, the networking, personal connection, the ability to show up with some creative stuff, with some interesting kind of posts, it's amazing. So I'm following creators. I love it. I build connection with people around the globe. And Jonathan knows that. I'm waking up in Australia and then I go to Canada and then I chat with my New York friends. And that's all because of social media.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. Absolutely. I would never have this amount of friends in different countries without that. So it's big good thing about that. Now, when we talk about business, we need to understand that there are things which don't have the ROI. So you invest your time, you invest your money, you invest something, but you get nothing back. And those things are questionable to me because as a business owner, my money valuable, but my time is more valuable. And I value my time more than anything because we can take it back
Right.
from anywhere. It's a priceless thing, right? So if somebody tell you, you have to create, like Instagram, Jonathan said, like you have to create 5-7 reels per week. And I don't even have reels in my country. And I'm lucky, I think. Because if I have to create 5-7 reels per week, I have to spend at least half an hour a day or more to create one reel. And I have to think creatively. I have to film it. I have to edit it. So half an hour, it's a visual thinking. It's 2 hours. So I have to spend just to think about that, right? Multiply 2 hours on 7. How much is that?
That's 14 hours. That's 14 hours.
14 hours a week for one interesting, entertaining medium, which probably doesn't bring you anything because it does bring you attention, but we still don't have the data that these likes actually converting into sales. So
Right.
you entertaining people by investing a lot of your priceless time, which you could spend with your kids, which you could spend with people who you love, which you can spend walking outdoor, which you can spend, I don't know, in museum, in theater, or maybe some other great place, reading the book. So you could have a lot of valuable time of your life. And instead, you have to spend it on Reels because Instagram suggested to you that that's a great idea. No, it's not. So, why it's not? Not because, I mean, it's like, I will have, let's say, 12,000 likes per week from this 7 Reels, maybe more.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what kind of ROI I have, but it's a Vanity Fair. I just want to show up so people like me and boost my ego. And I'm like, yeah, that's not why I'm in business.
Right. For a business purpose, there's a lot of, and I don't tell people to follow because the Instagram guidelines were 5 to 7, was it might be 3 to 5 reels or 5 to 7 reels, 5 to 7 posts. So you're doing multiple posts a day on Instagram, according to Instagram, 3 lives and 2 IGTVs plus 7 stories a day.
You spend your life on IG.
You could spend your life on IG. And I mean, 7 stories a day is really easy. You could batch content and create multiple reels in one thing, but it's still a lot. Like I still have some things where, you do the pointing ones. I still have videos where I'm pointing to things that aren't there. So I can, put something in there at some point when I need to do a reel really quickly. I'm trying to do them so I can learn and help people do them better. Cause some people are going to, and you need to do some of them, I would say, to try them to see if they work for you. But
I see your purpose because you are an expert in that. And for us as business people, we look at you. Sometimes we're like, oh my God, Jonathan has done so many reels. Maybe we have to do it, and it's impossible. And we really need to understand what Jonathan does, because what you do, you actually learning things, you getting your mastery. So I think that you don't do the reels for like 60 days yet.
no,
They're like relatively new. So you're building your mastery. Once you're done with that, You will say, okay, I have mastery. I will try it like much, much less, which is absolutely normal for him. As for the expert, certain things are necessary to know. Does that important for you as for business owner? No. What is important for you is to go to Jonathan and take that kind of outcome which he learned in his 62 days. When he will tell you, like, guys, I did it 62 days. It doesn't work, doesn't make any sense. Don't do it because you will not make money out of it. Awesome. Believe to Jonathan, learn from Jonathan, and that will be awesome. If he will tell you after 62 days, okay, I did make several $1 million because I did make 7 reels per day, awesome. You'll say, okay, show me your way and we will make millions of dollars as well. So it's literally like we need to follow people who do the practice, do it real, and then you actually understand how to do that. But we don't need to practice it ourselves if we are not social media experts.
Right. And there's going to be a lot of social media experts that are going to tell you you need to do reels. And I'm not seeing that. Now, if I start to see it, then I might start telling you need to do reels. I would say if you're not doing reels, try it. See if you can get something fun. I did one for my realtor. She got 600 views and 10 people liking her. Is it going to sell a house for her? No. But, it's not. That's also nothing on social media is going to sell a house for her. It's going to get her people into her audience. So that's the difference there. But, there's a lot of different things that you can do. So, maybe spend some time on Clubhouse. Maybe spend some time doing, I know Eve hates Clubhouse, but, if you aren't on another platform that you want to be on, like LinkedIn, as much as I dislike LinkedIn, try LinkedIn. There's a lot of
something important. You say something super, super important. I want to emphasize it in big red letters. You say, if you enjoy it.
Yes.
And this is exactly the key. My computer is running low of battery. Let me switch on the thing. Yes. But the point is, if you enjoy it, you're supposed to do it. If you not enjoy it, don't do it, because the thing is, like, if you're not enjoying it and you're doing something, eventually it will turn into resistance, guaranteed. And in a moment it turned into resistance, it turned into fear, self-sabotage and stuff like this. And then you will end up 2 years like laying down in bed and like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to promote myself. I have kids to do. I have this to do. They have social distancing, blah, blah. And I saw it. I saw it because people did something which they have to do instead of that they enjoy doing. So whatever you do, make sure you enjoy it. It like has to be your goal.
Absolutely. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, because let me remind you that most of us are entrepreneurs because we didn't want to work a corporate job and we enjoyed doing something. And if we lose that enjoyment, then why the hell are we entrepreneurs? Why not just go back to 9 to 5?
Nice salary.
It's easier. It's easier anyway. Yeah. If you don't love what you're doing, don't do it. So but that's just a little side note. But I'm going to actually, Eve, why don't you talk a little bit about Visibility Gym? Because we got like 3 minutes before we're done. Actually, a minute and a half.
Okay. Join Visibility Gym. 3 minutes. Done.
Tell people what they'll get from it.
Yeah, you will enjoy it.
All right. Well, I'll let you put an ad in there or something. No, the Visibility Gym. Honestly, guys, if you are interested in doing video, if you want to really understand what you can do on video and it's not that hard to get, then try out Visibility Gym. I've done it 5 times, no joke. And every time I learn something new.
So
and every time
let's tell what it is. So
better.
First of all, it's 10 days when you doing live videos in the safe closed group with the support from me and other members. It's amazing experience, which will change everything for you, because we had many people who couldn't literally press the go live button. Many people refuse things like PhD opportunities in business in life because they were so afraid of public speaking. And in 10 days, they not only overcome the fear, control the emotion, they learn how to do it creatively, how to speak about their business heart to heart, how to connect with the audience. But also these people with that severe fears learned how to go on podcasts. Some of our members right now on TV, on podcasts, they talking publicly, they're so confident, and you could never say that from that first video on Visibility Gym. So the transformation is phenomenal, and we had many cases. Jonathan, one of them, like, he's like one of the best students, and absolutely I'm excited seeing his progress, because he not just getting results, he also learning how to do it so creatively, interestingly, because the focus is to enjoy what you do, to celebrate every single video. Also, we have 6 live calls when I will be teaching you in the group, in live calls, about colors, about composition, about directing, about how to control and work with your emotions so that your body doesn't betray you during your live videos. Because what happened, people actually saying one thing and their body say completely different things, because fears speak for them. So if you are excited about that, Jonathan will share with you the link, because this is phenomenal experience. And we will start the next one on 5th of April. We have several launches during the year, and you can join anytime you want. And if you don't want, still join. So that's
even if you're scared of doing video, I would recommend it, because as I've said, I was that person that I couldn't make eye contact with the camera. I couldn't connect with people, and my business was very clearly not going anywhere. That's not true. I was starting over, but it would not have gone anywhere if I hadn't done it. And I thank Eve for that. And I thank everybody that did it with me that first time for that, because it was a great experience. And every time I've done it, it's been phenomenal. So on that note, we're at 32 minutes, so we're a little long today, but that's okay. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or watch on the replay, do #replay, ask the questions. We'll get back to you. If you have a question about Visibility Gym, let me know. I'm just pretty much the, salesperson on the US for it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't get a kickback, but I get people in there. And it helps me tremendously, because one of the things that I try to do is get people to do video, because it's one of the best ways to create content on social media. So, absolutely. All right. I'm going to let you go, Eve, and go to bed, because it's probably midnight there. And I've got a happy hour now to go to, because it's April Fool's happy hour. So, that's what I'll be doing next. So if you are interested in the US and want to join us, please feel free to join us for that. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you very much, Eve, and take care.
Bye-bye.
And